just pulling away from Ragley Boat Stop. Interesting place, nice. All the best, matey. So yeah, we were always planning on staying here. We got here, realised there were moorings with power, with water. Cost you £10 for the night, but if you do eat and drink in the pub, there's no charge. Fantastic. So that was really nice. But it's a proper cloudy day today, very blustery, expecting some rain. Expecting Mrs Lumsden up on the deck as soon as possible with microphone. She's naughty. She won't comply. So please forward all sound-related complaints to Mrs Lumsden. You all right, Mrs? You're looking very nice. Oh, he's a kid. He's good. Where's your phone? And your microphone. So as I was saying, please forward all sound related complaints, observations to Mrs Lumsden. Right, John? It's in the little, in the basket up by the fire. It's in the little pouch with a drawstring on it. She asked me to tidy up, I've tidied up. Now she doesn't like it that it's just not lying around for her to pick up. Bridge 17, there we go. Trent Mersey Canal. Hello, Mrs.
Hello.
How are you?
All right, thank you.
Good. Nice of you to join me. It's not the best of days. I do apologise. I know my role in life is to supply you with all things colourful, warm, cosy, pretty, all of those. Today is a bit grey and drab and blowy.
We'll have to do something about it then.
So, I assume you pressed record on your thing.
Yes.
Oh, good. Good. So yeah, a bit disappointing today, isn't it? This isn't very nice.
When you say disappointing, it's not nice, but it's never disappointing to have to be out on the canal.
No,
and
definitely not. Definitely not. But the plans have changed again, strangely enough. Plans have changed again. There's nothing wrong with that because we are free-spirited individuals, aren't we? Who change our decisions on the turn of the wind. So we were going on to the Erewash originally, but I don't think we were ever really sure that that's what we were going to do. It just seemed to be a thing to do. We could do that in 7 days, get from home mooring to there and back. That's kind of what we thought. And then heard a couple of things about paddles being a bit stiff and it's a little bit bland in places and it's not as pretty as you want it, as you think it's going to be, and that sort of stuff. So that's kind of tainted us a bit because we are a bit fickle like that. So we've been having a look at the Nicholson Guide. We're not far away from Shardlow. So Shardlow looks quite interesting on here. Never been there. So I'm going to go to Shardlow. There's about 3 or 4 pubs there. So that's interesting straight away. And then we'll make a decision when we get there. Thinking about possibly going into Nottingham city centre. So do we go into Nottingham or do we go down, a few miles down the Soar and then turn around and come back? Don't know. So we'll go to Shardlow first. See what that holds.
Okie dokes.
Another boat, look. This looks an old boat.
Judging that on the age of the captain.
Just the shape of the bow and the size of the front lights.
Got a big front light.
It's an old London Midland tug. Hi, mate.
Morning.
It's very nice.
I think I may be sitting inside a lot today.
Where's this tickly cough come from? So,
In the Vocazone.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I talk too much.
No. Never.
What do we think of the Ragley Boat Stop?
Oh, it's really nice.
It was, wasn't it?
Nice pub. Nice food.
Good steaks, good cheap steaks. You had a nice fillet, I had a T-bone.
You had half a cow.
Oh, I like a T-bone.
It was huge. It was like 24 ounces or something like that.
No, 16 ounces.
It looked bigger than
Yeah,
that.
but it's got a big bone in it, so a lot of the weight's the bone. Do you know what it is, a T-bone? So it's obviously a T of bone.
Yes.
One side of the T is sirloin, and the other side is fillet. So it's like a
Which
big
of the cow
side
is
and
it?
a smaller side.
Where does it sit in the cow?
In its back, I think.
Oh,
Sirloin and fillet.
it's rain.
So you get two sort of different textures and flavours of meat with a T-bone. It's nice. I liked it a lot.
You look like you liked it a lot.
No.
You look like a caveman gnawing on it.
Well, I wasn't up all night throwing it up like I was with the fish and chips.
Which is always pleasant.
So yes. What else have we got to discuss?
I don't think we have actually. I think it's been nice and quiet.
You
day
just want to
today.
go back inside there, don't you?
Well, I've got nothing to say to you today.
Right, talk to me about where are we going to live? Where are we going to live in a few weeks' time? we have a slight. I'm not going to say it's a problem because it's actually an adventure.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
But we have a situation that's unfolding since the unfortunate death of Mr. Wall, Paula's dad, which means the house has to be sold, which puts us in a bit of a, hello mate, puts us in a bit of a situation as to what do we do now? I mean,
What do we do next?
what do we do now? We had a bit of a chat around this when we were in Stratford, didn't we?
Yes. Wide beam.
I wouldn't-
Wide beam
yeah,
in the
what-
marina.
You know, the wide beam is an option, I suppose. It's an option. As much as I like boating, and I still don't know whether I'm up to living on one.
So what are your blockers then?
What
Your
are my
challenges?
blockers? Toilet. So if you're in a wide beam in a marina, maybe somebody can give me something that makes me feel better about it.
Section of the time in the morning.
But we've got a pump out on this, which is not too much of a problem, but you get a bit of a smell off it, don't you? But I'm thinking more about the disposal of the,
Yeah.
you know, let's not get too graphic, but you know what I mean. So it's all right with a little narrowboat because you just go pootling off down to the pump out
Pootling up.
and you,
I like that word.
and you deal with it. But you don't see people in wide beams pootling about looking for pump out things, stations.
There's a Facebook group. Obviously, we've got to do a lot of research before we make any decisions. But there's quite a bit of stuff out there that will, forums that you can research.
Oh,
there's
no.
like YouTubes and stuff like that. So channels.
It gets very the whole toilet situation.
Hello.
The whole toilet situation is heavily debated, and everybody thinks they've got the best answer. Everybody thinks that what they do is the best, and you get composting, you got pump outs, you got.
But that's all about narrow boats, cruising, holidays, and stuff like that. You're talking about
Yes.
a wide beam, aren't you?
I'm talking about wide beam. I'm talking about living aboard. When you live aboard one in a marina, you get your water as a service provided. You get your electricity. You pay for it on the car, but nevertheless, it's brought to the boat. But your gubbins isn't taken away from you, is it? So I I don't like dealing with chemical toilets, carrying them to you know, to an Elsan point and stuff that would be at the marina you stayed at. So I suppose that there has to be a pump out station at the marina you stayed at, or is there something else? Does something else happen with wide beams with regard to disposal of waste? So that's a point that would bother me.
Okay.
The water, the power, lovely. You know that's coming to you. The other thing that bothers me is it's relatively easy to take one of these out of the water, to do your blacking, to sort out underneath and your maintenance. It's double the trouble, isn't it, with a wide beam? You must, you know, so what are those?
It's not a cheap life, is it? It's going to be expensive.
No, but no more expensive than living in a house.
Absolutely.
But it's doing.
Good morning.
You're right. It's the hassle and logistics of having to do it. We're in a cruising club now. We have a slipway literally 3 berths away from us, 3 mooring points away from us, and we just book it in and we get it dragged out by some volunteers at no cost. We do the work ourselves, we drop it back in the water. We can do that once or twice a year, you know. With a wide beam in a marina, what does that mean? How does that work? Or is there something done differently to the bottom of a wide beam that isn't done to narrow beams?
Which is what I was saying about there's a lot of research involved.
Yes, there is. So that's one option, isn't it?
Just write all your questions down on a
It's all up
list.
there, darling. It's all up there.
Yeah, but
Gotta
it all
be
sort of like flutes out.
There's a big old brain up here. So that's an option. A wide beam is an option. The next option is just renting a property. I think initially that's what we're going to have to do anyway, isn't it? Because within, let's say, 6 weeks, we're probably out of the house. So it's not going to be an issue to pay rent on somewhere for 6 months to actually let the dust settle and gather our thoughts. Hello, mate.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing for me is let's just take our time, maybe don't rush into anything.
Another option, part purchase of a new build. So now I'm an old bloke, now I'm classed as old. Yeah, now I'm classed as old. They look at you as somebody who has a problem getting a mortgage. So therefore, the offer as for young people is you can partially buy new build properties as much as you want, 50% or 75%, and then you rent the rest. You never fully own the property, but nevertheless you're in a new build. It's majority of it's yours. I'd like to see the fine print on everything else though with regards to resale and things like that.
Yeah, you have to resell because you can either buy a new build or you can buy a resale of a shared ownership as well. So.
Yeah. So there's a possibility. The other possibility, you know, this dawned on me the other day, because when you're on the canal, you often see them. Are the really nice mobile home things, not a transit van that goes around the roads, but you know the caravan things that are more than a caravan. What's the matter?
That like have people that are 80 and 90 living in them.
When I saw your face earlier, I thought, I know what to suit you. One of those old lady caravans. So no, they're all right.
No.
It's no different to a liveaboard, is it?
I'm talking about.
It's no different to the inside of a boat. You've got a bit more space. The wider ones, because they're quite cheap. We don't want for a mansion. We're not a big bricks and mortar. We don't have that obsession. We don't have that need. We just want comfort, but it needs to be cheap.
Yeah, it's probably where they are, because they're in villages and around rivers and things like that, which is lovely, but it's just not right at the moment with work situations and stuff like that. I need to be able to get into town, I need to be close to a railway.
Yeah, but I've seen something like Armitage, Rugeley. I've seen some out Stafford way when we were out on the Staffs Worcester. You go round a few sometimes, they're lovely. Some of them have nice terraced gardens going up to them.
Not that
lovely picket fence.
It's just not something I've thought about before. So yeah, I'm
No, it's
open-minded.
an option, isn't it? So what are you going to do about my health? Because you let me
Do
tell.
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take out a life policy.
You need to. I need to have a word with myself. I do. I need to give my head a wobble, because when I look at what I do, I eat far too much red meat because I just love it, and so I eat too much of that. I don't drink enough water. I'm terrible for that. I don't drink enough water. I don't sleep enough. I go to bed too late and get up too early. And all the experts say, don't they, you should always keep yourself hydrated. You've got to look after your kidneys. And they all say that sleep is really important and lack of sleep is not good. So, 56 years of age, I'm overweight. The doctor's told me a couple of times I'm pre-diabetic, and I haven't really done anything about it. I dare say, when I go back to the doctors again, they'll be, your cholesterol's too high. I need to sort my stuff out.
In the immortal minds of Mr. Paul Lumsden, you've got to want to do it.
I know.
And you don't. So.
Because I love my food. Like a smoker is, I can't stop smoking. I'm like that with food. It's shocking.
It's the same. If somebody said we're going out to the pub tonight, but you can't drink alcohol, I'll be like, you know what, I'd rather stay in and read a book or something. And it's the same with you food. Whenever we go to a restaurant and there's there's nice food on there, there's nice salads, salads are so healthy, you will never do that. You'll always go for the biggest plate.
When I look at the menu, I'm scanning the menu to see which one's probably the biggest meal.
Not the healthiest.
No, because if somebody serves me some food in a restaurant and it's a small poxy plate, I'm not happy. I won't be happy.
So maybe the thing is, let's not go to restaurants.
No, but I sit at home and pile my plate up with something.
Yeah, but pile your plate up with something good, like vegetables and low carbs and chicken and meat substitutes.
Okay.
The answer's out there and the help and support's out there, but you've just got to want to do it. And I don't think you're there yet in that place.
I think I do want to do it. I just can't. Maybe I need to go and see a hypnotist or something, because I've got a definite mental block on it, because I am very aware of my mortality these days. Since I lost my dad, since other people have gone, I just thought, I know of people who aren't very old who've gone. I just think, this is coming. Do you know what I mean? It's coming my way. If I don't deal with this.
But you shouldn't be afraid of it.
I'm not afraid of dying. Because I don't want to die. I just don't want to die. I like life too much. I'm not scared of dying, but I don't want to be dead.
So you've got a choice, haven't you? You've got a choice of either living the life you want to lead and it being short, or living a life you don't want to lead, but it being a long, an interesting, boring life. So accept one or the other. Choose.
It is one of them, isn't it? Because you don't know how long you're going to live, and so by overindulging, living the way I live now, which is what I like, red wine and meats and beers and the odd cigar and whiskey, and which is it's a quicker road to the coffin normally. But by not doing that, do I give myself 5 extra years? Because I'd rather have the rich living life and die at 75 than live 5 years longer but not drink.
It's all about moderation, isn't it? You don't
not
wanna,
eat red meats and steak and stuff.
You want to be giving yourself as much enjoyment out of life as you possibly can, but without putting yourself in an unnecessary position through out of control eating. It doesn't mean that you have to give up meat, give up drinking, give up your cigars or something, but it's all about moderation, not doing it all the time. Losing a little bit of weight, doing a little bit more exercise will be something that will
Yeah, exercise, so there's another one.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of people in that position at the
I
moment,
know.
isn't there? It's just,
I know. But there's a lot of people who do it at my age.
yeah, fresh,
Yeah, I
pretty
know.
healthy.
I know.
cycling. What's that for?
An old crane, isn't it? This must have been a wharf or
Oh, I'm going to put the kettle on hold.
something. Go on then.
Bye.
Thank you for your time this morning. It's been a quality conversation.
Stressed.
You're stressed.
No, I'm not.
What's your head? Well, it's lovely around here. I haven't got a clue where I am.